Welcome to the Eric Avisar Show. A thrilling chapter took place today in one of college football's most historic and famed rivalries, the Red River rivalry, with Texas taking on Oklahoma in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, and what an exhilarating finish it was, with the Longhorns coming out on top 48-45 thanks to kicker Cameron Dicker the Kicker nailing a 40-yard field goal for the win. It was a huge kick, certainly the biggest kick of his career, and like Texas head coach Tom Herman mentioned, it was all the more impressive that it was a play run by a freshman long snapper, a freshman holder, and then a freshman kicker. But the real story of today was the thrilling play of both quarterbacks. I mean, Kyler Murray might not win the Heisman this year, but he is hands down, without question, the most exciting player to watch in college football. I don't remember if it was Joel Klatt or Gus Johnson who said there's just nobody like him in terms of having an elite arm and elite running ability. Selfishly, I hope he chooses pro football over pro baseball because he is a pro baseball prospect as well as a pitcher. But man, you know, Murray just absolutely lit it up out there. You could tell he meant business on the opening drive. He finished with 304 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, and also reeled off an electrifying 67-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter. I mean, it was just incredible to see the Sooners battle back from being down 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and they came back to tie it up. At that point, you know, with little time remaining, just over 2 minutes, it really felt like the Sooners were going to take this, but the Longhorns executed the way they needed to on offense to get the first downs, to get that game-winning field goal, and the real player of the day, as great as Murray was Texas quarterback Sam Ehlinger. I mean, he threw for over 300 yards himself with 2 passing touchdowns, but the 3 rushing touchdowns he had were critical, as were all of the first downs he got with his legs. I mean, the play calling started to get pretty predictable with Texas on 3rd and short when it came to Ehlinger, you know, running the ball so many times on those QB sneaks. But Oklahoma, for the most part, couldn't stop them. So you can't blame Texas for continually running the ball like that. And, you know, really you could say that the difference in this game was that Murray made turnovers and Ehlinger didn't. Murray threw an interception and lost a key fumble, and Ehlinger never lost the ball. So both guys look like quarterbacks that will be playing on Sundays. You know, I think that Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa still has to be considered the front runner to win the Heisman, but Murray is must-see TV. The same can be said for Hollywood Brown. You know, he looked incredible on that 77-yard touchdown reception he caught in the first half. I mean, this was a game filled with so many exciting, thrilling plays. I mean, I just couldn't get enough of it. This might be the best college football game you see all year. And now with both teams at 5-1, Texas is in a better position because they've beaten TCU, they've beaten Oklahoma, 2 of the best teams in the Big 12. You know, they had that humiliating loss to open their season against Maryland, but tip your cap to Tom Herman getting this team to bounce back and now being at the forefront of the conversation to reach the college football playoff. Oklahoma is not knocked out of it altogether, but now the Sooners have no margin for error to speak of whatsoever. These teams could rematch in the Big 12 championship game, and I would certainly love to see that. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel.